All right, I'm a day late, but here we go. Nick got inspired from reading The Toyota Way to create an off-cycle task board. So if you're done with your normal tasks for the day, you got time, you want to help, just an easy way for people to see what's there to help with. And then a daily 3S tasks. Just gives people a visual to see what needs to be done that day, so there's no questions. Murfreesboro created their What Bugs You board. This is something that we should use everywhere, just an easy way to keep track of the ideas. Maybe it's a full-fledged idea or maybe just something that bugs you. Put it on the board. Dean and the guys in Beasley Production got a new sheet with all their standard material at the chop saw. All the dimensions are there, so you never have to find somebody and ask the question. Daryl and the service and install team are improving communication between them and the coordinators. When we're doing onesie-twosie installs, making sure that the install materials get on the ticket is super important and not something that had been happening consistently. They created a standard process for that. Thanks. Built a smaller supply table for Rigo at the flat table. When you're building flats in the truss plant, you can't put your staple gun and the staples on your build table. It just get in the way. So you need a spot to put them. Built this smaller table, takes up less room than the previous one, and gets the job done. Thanks, guys. We hadn't done a good job recently having a smoke break area standardized for everyone. Now we got one and a little artwork. Thanks, guys. Travis Brown in Mount Juliet fixing what bugs him. When we've got smaller warehouse packages, too small to take up a whole pallet on their own, it's just loose boxes. And so getting those to the trucks, it's kind of a hassle. Either they're on the back of your forklift or they're sitting on your forks and they're falling off. So he just repurposed this pallet that screw assemblies came in. Use your head, not your wallet. Keeps everything tight, keeps it from falling off. Just fixes what used to be a struggle. Thank you, Travis. Great job. Love adding wheels to everything just so you can get it right where you need it. Less wasted transportation and motion. Davis and the guys at the truss plant added wheels to the coal lumber cart for the mango saw. Great job, guys. Also in the truss plant, Davis cleaned up my production matrix spreadsheet, just made it more visual, easier to read. Definitely an improvement from what I gave him. Great job, Davis. We got to host over 50 people from Lennar at the truss plant this week for a tour. They basically brought their whole construction team, and man, the team just shined. Production, logistics, design, everybody that's involved in making trusses happen every day. It was just an awesome time to show them what you guys do, and it was a win. I see more business from Lennar coming in the future, so thank you everybody who made that happen. This was awesome. The main path from the parking lot to the truss plant office had never been marked, and there is some cart traffic that goes through there. So just a way to define that, make sure that stays clear and safe for everybody. Thank you, guys. Tez and the Beasley Logistics team, just helping the customer by putting the trim right where he wanted. He requested it to be outside, but up off the ground, and they did that with both the doors and the trim. Guys, thanks for being customer focused. Y'all are awesome. Matt and the Beasley production team showing how they continue to put the answer where the question is asked. So the bit change-out process for the Acrobat table, a little complicated, but they just put all of the answers right there at the machine where you're doing the work. Stevie added a Swiffer and broom in the break room at Beasley, so you're not having to walk to the supply closet and back to get what you need every day. Great job, Stevie. Thank you. Danny added a tape that just fastens to the station at the chop saw. The motion of grabbing a tape measure off your hip and pulling it out and measuring a board might not seem like much, but now every time Danny goes to that saw, he saves that motion. The waste of grabbing his tape measure and pulling it out is just gone. Way to go, Danny. Now that we're dropping openings in at the end of the line on the extruder where we're building interior walls, the table that we were working with there just wasn't quite long enough for 10-foot walls. And so just added to the edge of it there, made it much easier to work with. Thanks, Colin. Murfreesboro Yard coming in here. I love it. Labeling standard locations for all lumber materials across the yard just so we prevent defects. Great job, guys. Thank you, Sophia, for this one. Thank you for taking the time to use the training that the vendor provides so you can learn the product and share this with your teammates. Gus at Beasley showing us our Warrior Core certification. This is just a certification that covers who we are, how we operate, just kind of the baseline for Huskey. And this is something that everybody should go through. Gus knocked it out this week. Way to go, man. At Beasley, we got our eye wash station put up. Thank you to the Tiger team for helping us do this. This is a great safety improvement. Thank you guys for making it happen. Matt showing how we're working on implementing Kanban at Beasley. Kanban just means signal, and it's an actual paper card that signals purchasing to reorder, restock, etc. It's still the way Toyota runs their plants, and we're working on this because it seems like just using the computer leaves a lot to be desired. So that actual signal from the floor, from the yard, from the warehouse, etc., that signals a restock. Again, it's still the way Toyota runs their plants. We're working on it. Keeping the correct tools in the correct spot, hugely important. One of those tools here is a dry erase marker for that particular clipboard, and Danny just fixed the problem of that dry erase always disappearing. Jeffrey sent out an email this week about this book, Today and Tomorrow by Henry Ford, written in 1926. Really, really an amazing book. I'm going back through it. Y'all should too. Jamie showed off 2 improvements here. We got our new stair router, which is awesome. Way more efficient than the other one. Basically double the output. Just a huge upgrade here. But guys, this maintenance team, Jose, Juan, Jason, Omar, they are just an amazing team. They get an amazing amount of things done. They're so customer focused. Just a pleasure to work with. We have an amazing team across Huskey, and these guys absolutely represent that. Thank you. And a personal favorite of mine here, I wish Ray was here 20 years ago to show me this, but he built just a little holder for your clipboard just right at working level for the forklifts at 424. Guys, we got to carry this around Huskey. Seriously, a time saver right here. So sorry I'm a day late, but there you go. I did have a question. Do we want to do these on Friday evenings or Mondays? I could really do either, but if I do them on Fridays, I'm going to miss the Friday afternoon improvements, which is fine. They can be added to the next week. But really, my question is, do you want to see these on Friday going into the weekend, or do you want to start your week seeing what happened the previous week? If you want to let me know in the Signal thread or the email thread, either one, that'd be great. Thanks.